Hey there, you are listening to One Season I Hate About You, and I am here with the Inconceivable Reviews team. I have Chanelle.
Hello.
I have Charnstar.
Yes.
I have Kevin.
Yep.
And I'm Katie. And today we're talking about Kitten Academy. I'm guessing that's the theme song.
Yeah, no, that sounds like a theme song.
Yeah, absolutely.
Wait, actually, before we start, do you guys skip the theme song at the start of Pup Academy each time?
We do, not for us, because so we watch all the episodes with the Green God.
Yeah.
The Green Goy on YouTube. And and he finds the theme song to be incredibly cringy. He doesn't like it.
Yeah.
And he is in the target audience, so that's problematic.
He has a bit of a roll around on the ground, covering his ears, going, skip it!
Sometimes I'm mid-note and I can't get to my phone and I'm like, sorry, man.
But spoiler alert, he says that he's slowly enjoying it.
Yes.
Oh, is the theme song taking him hostage?
I don't think the theme song is growing on him
But
that
I think the
much.
whole show. But he did
Yeah.
mention, it's like, I don't think I'll mind it anymore.
Yeah, yeah.
I think this was because I genuinely can't remember the first 6 episodes if I skipped them or not, but we listened to it for this episode, and I was like, man, I should definitely skip this. This sucks.
Yeah, no, we skip it. We skip it every time. Let's get into the episode. So episode 8, Kitten Academy. Ready for a perfect rivalry.
Oh, meowser.
Wiz, Corazon, Spark, and the rest of the pups learn how to coexist with nature's enemies, cats. That is some strong wording right there.
Yeah.
Very, racist.
I mean, I don't want to point out what is legitimately happening right now in the world, but I felt like this was a bad time to watch this episode.
Yeah.
It's very catty.
Absolutely. Oh,
Yeah.
I'm going to admit, I'm not a cat person. They kill native birds.
Yeah.
They have attitude, you know.
Catitude.
They have catitude.
Is this whole episode just going to be Kevin putting out cat puns? Because I'm okay with that.
And maybe it'll be about me extinguishing my cat bias.
Maybe.
Isn't that what this episode is all about? But anyway, despite my cat bias, I would not describe cats as nature's enemies. That's
Well, this
rough.
is from the perspective of dogs.
Are the episode, summaries written from the perspective of dogs?
I mean, we don't know that it's not.
Maybe the dogs wrote this show.
That would explain a lot.
If the dogs wrote this show, then they are exceptionally bad at keeping their own secrets.
Well, maybe this is a whole ploy. They've written this show as fiction to make us think that it's fiction.
Oh, it's actually a documentary.
So if we stumble
Boom.
onto the set, we'll just think it's a TV show set.
Yeah. We're going to walk around like Izzy and go, wow, we're on the set for Pup Academy. But first we're going to be like, where is this place? Not read any signs.
You know what I've noticed? We are pushing our conspiracy theories now into the introduction. Every week, the
We
conspiracy.
got to start early.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, we're about to tell you all about episode 8, Kitten Academy. We're going to talk about the dogs and cats coexisting together or not coexisting together. It is on you to watch this episode before we spoil it, because we will spoil it. The Green God will spoil it. It'll be spoiled. Watch it now.
Like a dog's breakfast.
If you're in Australia, it's on Netflix. If you're elsewhere, good luck.
Google it.
Yeah.
Pup Academy, Season 1, Episode 8. So, Morgan and Izzy at school again, and they're talking about how Izzy is begging Morgan to go back to Pup Academy. They're all talking, and then they get busted by the principal to go back to class. So they're talking in class, but Morgan is trying to do his work, but Izzy's trying to make Morgan go back to Pup Academy, like sending notes in class, but then they get detention. And then they keep on talking about it in detention. So, back to Pup Academy, they're having lessons about cats. And how to, like, respect them and make a truce about them and stuff. But then Corzo messes up and starts attacking the plush cat. Because he doesn't like cats. Because he was fighting with one on top of a bin when the mailman came. That was long before in the episode. And then they were having this exchange student thing where they get one student from the Cat Academy, and then the Cat Academy are getting one student from the Pup Academy. They all swap, but then Spark recognizes the cat, and it was like a stray friend of hers. And then, like, they both recognize each other and, like, oh, I know you and stuff. And, like, remember when we were both strays? But then before they said strays, and she's like, I don't even know him because she doesn't want it. Because Spark doesn't want anyone to know that she's a stray. So, yeah, and then now, Zipper or something, that's the name of the cat, is like mad at her, but then they'll say, I don't want them to find out I'm a stray and stuff. So then like Spark finds Zippo with like a taggy or whatever, like the same note thing as like you teleport to Pup Academy with, and like fighting like give the truce or whatever it's called back, give it back, and then she tries to go away with it, but then they stop her and said, okay, but then Spark reveals that she's a stray. Like, okay guys, I'm a stray, and then it's okay being a stray. A stray's still in Pup Academy, but they have to still find a home, and they're all happy. But then like they all go back, and then Morgan at his time with the Kitten Academy was chillaxing, as they say in the episode, because they're all chasing lasers and like having fun. Yeah, they're all happy with the cats and dogs. Yeah. Now back with the cat on the trash bin. They're all friends now, and then just fighting off the mailman. That's their main enemy. But it turns out that one of the teachers in Pup Academy is working with the cats to take over the school because he wants the main dog out, and he wants to rule the academy. That's a plot twist right there. Okay, that's the end of Pup Academy recap, Season 1, Episode 8. See ya.
And we're back. Thank you to the Green God for that recap. Let's talk about Kitten Academy, but first, I think there was Harry Potter in this episode again.
I mean, Kevin spoiled it last episode, but yeah, it's the Triwizard Tournament, technically, kind of, almost.
Yeah.
Bi-Wizard? There's only two.
Yeah. And I think we definitely meet Umbridge.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. It's so obvious now.
It's purple though, right? It was, from what I heard, it's like very purple.
So the headmistress of Kitten Academy is very Umbridge. Her room is very Umbridge. Her demeanor maybe isn't. I don't know. She's got that. How does Umbridge behave? She's like really sweet as pie, but then there's that okay. This cat is Umbridge. I reckon we just slide right in and spoil the ending right now because it's Harry Potter related.
Are you sure? Because that ending, it got me. I was like, ooh, what? Juicy.
Yeah. So,
what a juicy ending.
As the Green God mentioned, there's a student exchange.
Yeah.
A dog goes to Kitten Academy. A kitten comes to Pup Academy. Stuff
And
transpires.
lo and behold, who did they choose to go to Kitten Academy?
They sent the most violent option, who legitimately just tore apart, couldn't help themselves. They tore apart a toy cat in class, and they're like, yeah, let's send that one.
Yeah.
I don't want to point fingers, but I feel like they were like, oh yeah, this will screw them up. Mess them up real bad. Just send in a violent
Dog.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Corazon is the violent
Sleeper
dog.
agent.
Yeah.
So Corazon goes to Kitten Academy, and a kitten who I've forgotten the name of comes to Pup Academy, and
What's the name of
events,
Zipper.
events transpire, which we'll get into in a little bit. But at the very end of the episode, would you two like to talk
Chanelle?
about the Harry Potteriness?
Well, the Kitten Academy headmistress is actually trying to destroy the truce. And I can't remember the name of the dog, but
Snape.
Let's
Yeah.
just call him Snape. Was part of the plan all along. He wants the DOG's job.
Snape wants Dumbledore's job. And
We
he's-
should have known.
And he's in cahoots with Umbridge, which I don't think happened, but yeah, I'll let it slide.
You know, they need some creative.
Villainous. It's
Yeah.
villainous.
Yeah. Amazing. Harry Potter is back.
It was twisted.
In dog form.
Yeah. Now, Chanelle.
Millhouse.
Chanelle, you mentioned the truce.
Yes.
What do we think of the new law? Can you explain a little bit? Because this is new. This is
Yeah,
new.
this is all new stuff coming
So,
in. There's a necklace.
They signed a sacred truce and they placed it in a locket.
That's right.
Oh, right, yes.
And the
Oh.
locket is kept in the Pup Academy archives. The overall goal is acceptance and coexistence.
So
Yes.
relevant right now.
So
Yeah.
relevant. But yeah, what do we think of this new law?
So I like it seemed like this is so everything's equal sort of thing, but then the narcoleptic old dog
Is he a bloodhound? He's a bloodhound.
Yeah, he's a bloodhound.
Yeah.
Revealed that like the truce was so cats are no longer treated as gods,
Yes.
and dogs were jealous of that. And I'm like, whoa, this changes everything.
yeah.
It's an ongoing war.
Yeah. Because, I mean, it's absolutely true. You know, back in Egypt times, it was always cats, even though,
Yeah.
dog and Anubis. But now it seems like the dogs are specifically trying to hold this truce so that they don't lose power.
Yes.
It's really weird.
Yeah.
It's a political, it's very warish. Interesting.
Go out into the streets.
Yeah. There's a lot of
I realize this is an audio platform and no one saw what I said,
Yeah.
just did, but you're
Yes.
not going to explain it.
there's a lot to this show now. We've got the constellation, which is fading.
Yeah.
We've got the prophecy about a stray and a boy. And now we've got this sacred truce in a locket.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie.
Stupidest way to hide a truce.
I had
On a cat statue. The only cat statue in this entire place.
I had an immediate flashback to our episode of 10 Films I Hate About You, where we looked at A Christmas Prince.
Yep.
And they stashed the new law for Aldovia in an acorn.
Oh, yeah.
Except the locket is much smaller than an acorn. Like, they must have shrunk this truce down
Yeah.
considerably.
What makes a truce? Just
Yeah.
write a bloody contract.
I genuinely thought it was just magic. I didn't realize it was a legitimate written contract that they've folded up, which you can only fold up 8 times until you start getting too thick or whatever, and they've put inside a locket.
Yeah.
Clearly, I wasn't paying enough attention.
I also love that the Bloodhound is in a room full of, like, books. Like, he's in an archives room. They could have just kept this contract in a regular folder or a
Yeah.
safe. But they put it in a locket, which makes it very convenient to steal.
I'm surprised they didn't, dug up a hole and buried it like dogs.
Oh, that would have made sense.
Yeah. That would make sense.
And then the cat would have to use dog powers sniffing around
Exactly.
trying to find this. We really should have written this show, guys. We're so good at
And then
this.
cats
Yeah.
should have hidden it in their kitty litter.
Yeah, because
Oh,
dogs
yeah.
don't like kitty litter.
Yeah.
They're like, you go to the bathroom inside. Gross.
That's right, they mentioned
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
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 So a big part of Snape and Umbridge's plot is that they send in Zipper to
Zipper and Spark.
steal the truce. And the reason why Zipper is kind of having the same kind of problems as Spark.
Yeah, because Zipper was a stray.
Yeah.
Because they met. Yeah.
Yeah, they mentioned that, or Umbridge mentions that they got Zipper a home.
Yeah.
So that begs the question, is there also a cat prophecy? Where they had to bring in a stray, get that stray a home, and then that bond between cat and human will make the constellation sparkle.
Disappear?
No, I think they have their own
They have a
constellation.
cat constellation.
Of a tiger, and it was probably like, oh, there was a tiger that was sick, and a human was like, oh, good tiger, and then but we know that's false because cats definitely domesticated humans. Like
Yeah.
the way we treat them, we were the domesticated ones. They saw a monkey and they were like, oh yeah, if we inbreed them enough, They'll give us food. It's great.
Yes. I feel like they kind of... Umbridge specifically chose Zipper to steal the truce because Zipper is struggling with...
To belong.
To belong.
Yeah.
Zipper is struggling with his or her...
I think his
Cat.
Cat. Zipper is struggling with cat feeling of belonging. So they send Zipper in to steal the truce, and Zipper kind of doesn't want to steal the truce. Zipper knows it's wrong, but Zipper also wants to foster that feeling of belonging. So, stuff transpires. And in the end, doesn't work out. Hope you've seen the episode. Sorry if you haven't.
Yeah, spoiler alert.
Spoiler
doesn't
alert.
steal it. Spark befriends... Because
Zipper.
I feel like Spark was kind of bad in this episode.
Yeah.
Like, Spark's made mistakes before, but this whole episode, it was
Yeah,
like...
because Spark didn't want to be known as a stray.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
Spark is also struggling with belonging.
identity, really. And he's diagnosing dogs. And then Zipper was like, I know you, you're also a stray, type of thing.
Well,
And-
it was, you're also a stra. And
Yeah.
then it was like, I don't know you.
yeah. So, this cat's trying to connect with his dog. And, and Spark was being a bitch. Oh!
Yeah, I also found it quite... I don't know if you guys remember this, but when Zipper was about to steal the necklace thing, Zipper was like, you want the truce? You can't have the truce.
Yeah, that's one of my questions. Is that okay?
It's parody, but does that mean these kittens have seen a few good men?
Yes.
Maybe their owners have.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe that is one of the classes at Kitten Academy.
Pop culture?
Yeah, well, they do.
Pop culture.
What do they do? Oh, God.
All the
Chilling,
puns in- all the puns in this
relaxing,
episode.
chillaxing, and a few good men.
It's one way to chillax. Tom Cruise and Jack Nicholson.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. But yeah, I don't know how I felt about that parody. There's a few parodies in this show, but that's probably the one where I was like, oh, gosh.
Isn't the show a whole parody anyway?
Of Harry Potter.
Yeah, true. I can get behind the Harry Potter. I don't know if I
course
can
you
get
do.
behind A Few Good Men. I found it weird that we had these repeated lines of, maybe we have a few differences, but we all have four paws and cats and dogs trying to connect, all of that. But then we also had lines like, a dog is only a stray so long as they don't have an owner.
I mean, yeah, that's the definition.
They just went to Webster Dictionary. We need something profound. Oh, close enough. Definition.
Yeah, so we have these profound
Noun.
quotes that seemingly translate to our world and racism and sexism and
really
homophobia. And then we have the dumb quote about strays. And I'm just like, what are you doing?
Yeah, and they also say that they've found a common enemy, which is the mailman.
Oh, yes.
That's how you solve racism. If
Find
we
it.
all just get together and be like, nah, screw that guy.
Him, just particularly him.
Yeah, it's like good intentions at the start and then they veered hard, off
Right.
track.
I just
They-
realized that's like Trump's whole message. Trump's whole message is he's trying to unite America against whoever else. You find a common enemy,
Oh, no.
and then you bring them all together. Oh my God, did we just realize that this is Trump?
It's Trump Academy.
Oh, God. Going back to Spark not being very nice and them sending in... Yeah, so Corazon has a moment in this episode.
Yeah,
so,
Corazon, the naturally racist dog who is violently racist that they sent,
Yes.
I don't know, for exposure therapy.
Yeah, it's really intense. So they're in class and they have a stuffed cat. It's not like it's a plush.
Yeah,
it's a plush cat. It's not like, what is it?
And they didn't even give him context. It was like, here's a plan. Oh, attack!
The
Yeah.
entire class starts yelling out racial slurs. And then one of them just jumps out and attacks it, tears it apart. And then the bully dog is like, yeah, that's pretty intense, man. Yeah, you do it harder.
It's rough. It's not good.
It's rough. It's just fun-filled day.
But then, okay, so that happens and they're like, yep, Corazon ripped that plush cat apart. He's definitely the right choice to go to Kitten Academy. They get a kitten in to Pup Academy. The whole point of this episode is to explain the truce and to be like, this is like, we need to coexist. It's really, really important. X, Y, Z. I thought their student exchange was quite rude. This cat comes in, sits on the same chair where the plush was sitting previously, and on the floor is the remains of the deceased plush toy.
And they tell her that.
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing. I literally wrote in my notes, why did they leave the destroyed cat on the floor? And then not 2 seconds later, Snape says, please ignore that pile of shredded stuffed cat.
To be fair, the end of the episode explains that. Snape is trying to undermine the school.
Yeah.
He would have left it there on purpose to give Zipper
reason,
more
yeah.
motivation.
Right, I see. Because at the time I was like, that's so weird.
Yeah, no, it was the same. We had the same note until now that we've realized, oh, it all makes sense. It's actually a really well-written show.
Right. Okay, so
All of the
that
credit.
was Zipper's motivation to go through with stealing the locket containing the truce.
Yeah.
So much.
Meanwhile, I mean, if Chanelle's not going to bring this up, I have to. How old are the kids?
No idea. In the last episode, we said 12 and
Yeah.
high school. I feel like both of those things are wrong.
Cool, because they're sitting there learning how to balance a budget.
Yeah.
And that's the class, because I think I learned...
This is at Morgan's.
Yeah.
Where's Morgan in this?
He's at school learning how to balance his budget.
Oh my god.
We know that gas is a variable thing. So, it changes from month to month. So you have to keep that in mind while you're budgeting.
It's a life lesson.
Yeah. If anything, that's the moral messaging of this story. How to balance a budget with racism.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Did anything else happen in the B plot? Or was that it? How to
That was
balance a
it.
budget. Okay, cool.
I mean...
The B plot was mainly Corazon, though, I think.
Yeah, Corazon at the
That's
kids'
right.
school was the B plot. Morgan was like a C plot. Yeah. It was like, as at school, they get into detention because Izzy keeps on passing the notes, and then she...
That's
tries
right,
to
she
eat
ate the
paper,
note.
And it tastes like detention.
Yeah.
Great line, by the way, from the teacher there. I think that's all that happened.
Yeah. Oh, no.
Well, thanks for listening, guys.
We're forgetting a very important part. And that is that Corazon stopped being a racist.
Yeah, because the mailman,
Yeah. Well, yes,
he's
actually.
afraid of puppies.
Yeah. When Corazon was at Kitten Academy, he's like, this ain't so bad. And that's how they decide to attack the mailman together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then he sees a puppy who's running towards him. He throws all of the No wonder the mail system is failing in this country. Because if they see a puppy, they're just going to throw everything and run.
But why do cats hate the mailman?
Yeah, I didn't think that was a thing. I haven't had a cat in years.
But what? Like, I don't know.
I thought cats hated everyone, so... But I also have never had a cat. So I'm a very unreliable source.
Oh, you know what? I will say at the end, when Zipper admits that he didn't steal it to Umbridge, and he's like, would I fail? Umbridge said, that sort of not caring is exactly what we want here at Kitten Academy. And I thought that was brilliant. I mean, they're just roasting cats in this script, but it's hilarious, and I love it.
All right, final thoughts?
I'm just trying to remember what Corazon was doing in the Kitten Academy.
He was relaxing.
There was
Chillaxing.
the little red dot,
Yeah,
That's
the laser.
right.
and they asked what happens when you capture the little red dot.
That's
and
right.
the cat didn't know.
Yeah. It's the never-ending question for animals alike.
And Corazon starts meowing at the end as well.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah.
Because if we think about how humans hear the dogs are always barking when they talk.
yeah.
So when Corazon meows, is he meowing?
Or is he barking?
Or is he barking? Is he barking and the cats are hearing meow? What is happening in that instance? I need to know.
I don't know. Wow. I have no idea. That is a really great question.
Oh, Chanelle, do you want to mention this? Because none of us have mentioned it yet. And it's a pretty big, important thing.
Oh yeah, so Spark tells everyone at Pup Academy that she's a stray.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's a pretty big
huge
moment.
reveal.
Pretty big. And in an effort to try and, I think, save Zipper or...
Save Zipper from taking the truce back to Kitten Academy and becoming a bad kitten.
It was funny because she didn't want people to know that she was friends with Zipper, not because she didn't want them to think she's not racist.
Yeah.
It was because she didn't want them to think she was a stray, which she is. So she decided to let everyone know, hey guys, it's true I'm not racist, but I am a stray.
Yeah. So big moment.
Yeah, huge moment. We were too focused on
Corazon and Mailman.
and balancing our budget.
Yeah.
Even though it's a C plot.
It was the moral message. Well, no, I actually think the moral message was the 4 paws thing. But anyway.
That was pretty heavy.
It was.
We all have
heavy.
4 paws, but we've all got to balance our budget.
That's a common enemy.
Yes.
Yeah. Yes.
The tax man.
Get him instead of the mailman.
That'll be the next
The
episode.
mailman's also trying to pay his taxes.
Well, that's it for this episode. We'll catch you again in a fortnight. In the meantime, head to our website, www.inconceivablereviews.com. You'll find written reviews on new releases up there. You can also check out our YouTube channel, our Facebook page, our Twitter, our Instagram. We are everywhere on the internet. And give us a shout out, give us a like, give us a subscribe, let us know what you think. All the good stuff.
And the green guy.
And the green goy. Have a look at the green goy while you're at it.
Meow.